By the end of this video, you'd have a full understanding of the types of shots and angles that pro video creators use so that the next time you're thinking of a script or creating a storyboard in your head or thinking of close-up, long shots or even over-the-shoulder shots, you'd know when to use what. Sounds useful? Let's jump right in. There are multiple ways of classifying a shot. One of the most prominent ways of categorizing your shots in your scene is by the size of your frame. That is, how wide or tight your shot is. Let's start with the extreme wide shot. This shot is most commonly used to reveal the overall setting or location of your video from a significant distance. More often than not, you'll see extreme wide shots being used as establishing shots in most films, as they subliminally let the viewers know what to expect. You can also use these shots to make your subject look insignificant with a mammoth task at his hand, or in isolation in a vast landscape, establishing the starkness of where he's located. An extreme wide shot is often used by vloggers as introductory shots whenever they switch to a new location. More so, even time lapses are captured in extreme wide shots to show the passage of time. Now, if you would want to give your audience a comparatively closer look where they can see your subject as well as experience the setting around it for context, you'd want to give it a wide shot. A wide shot completely reveals your subject's body from head to toe while also recording their environment, allowing the viewers to see the background action as well as the subject's relationship to its nearby objects and people. When captured from a continuous single position encompassing the whole action, a wide shot is called a master shot. An editor can always cut to a master shot to edit any forms of gap in the editing. In the early 20th century, most films were captured only in a master shot to mimic a theatrical production, while a wide shot captures the subject and their surroundings equally to direct your audience's attention primarily to what the subject's speaking. You may need to use a mid shot. In a medium shot, the subject is usually framed from the waist up, which ensures that your audience primarily notices the main character but also has an eye on what is around him or her. Since the medium shot is between a wide shot and a close-up, it can be used in a few ways ranging from a medium wide shot, which frames the subject from knees up, to a medium close-up, framing the subject from the chest up. In fact, narrative videos like this are usually captured in medium shot as it's the perfect middle ground where the frame is close enough for me to build a connection with you, the viewer, but wide enough to not make the frame look suffocatingly tight like this. Now, let's move from a shot that gave equal importance to both your background as well as the main subject to a shot that only focuses on the intricacies of your main subject. The close-up shot. The close-up shot is often used to show the reaction of a character through a close-up of their face or highlight a key detail in the frame that's super important to move the storyline ahead. If you go in even closer to your subject or an element in the frame, such as the eyes of your subject or the ticking hands on a wall clock, what you get is an extreme close-up shot. Emphasizing the minutest detail of the subject in the frame, an extreme close-up shot can be used to show the viewer things that they might miss otherwise or wouldn't want to see. While a close-up captures the subject in a tightly closed frame, an extreme close-up puts the character into an even suffocating and tighter space, creating an illusion of claustrophobia, fear, tension in the scene. It's not just about the size, but also the camera angles with respect to the subject that can convey a lot about the narrative. For instance, placing the camera at an eye level of your subject allows the audience to view the character through a neutral perspective, as if the viewer is making eye contact with the character. That's why YouTube tutorial videos like this one usually have the camera shoot at eye level, making you feel that we're directly talking to you. But what happens when you shoot from an angle that's not neutral? When the camera shoots at an angle that is lower than the eye level of the subject, we get a low-angle shot. Low-angle shots are often used to establish a powerful character where the viewer literally looks up to them. It can also be used to portray robust emotions like victory and authority. The opposite of a low-angle shot is a high-angle shot. in which a camera is situated above the eye level of the character. Depending on the context, a high-angle shot can portray inferiority or helplessness of a character by looking down on them. This angle can also be used to capture the subject's deepest, darkest emotions such as loneliness and pain. When a high-angle shot is from way high, it's called a bird's eye view shot. As the name suggests, we see our character down below from the sky or ceiling. You can use this shot to showcase the scale of the set as well as to portray the point of view of a higher power. Vloggers and filmmakers frequently use this shot as establishing shots where the camera looks down on the subject or a location from a distance. Watching a character from above or below gives us an idea about the power dynamics. But what if the audience watches a subject from an oblique angle? Unlike a high or low angle shot which is tilted on the horizontal axis, a Dutch angle is tilted on the vertical axis. Here, the camera is deliberately tilted to one side of the vertical axis to create a feeling of uneasiness, intoxication, disorientation, or exaggeration. While a Dutch angle constructs a sense of abstraction, there are other shots that blend the subject's POV with what is actually happening in reality, such as over-the-shoulder shot. They are also used to make the viewer feel as if they're right behind the subject who's witnessing the action. The viewer sees whatever the subject sees. This shot is most often used in dialogue scenes, making the viewer feel as if they're physically present on the location, snooping over the shoulder of the subject. But what if instead of snooping over, you could allow the viewer to see through the eyes of your character? A point of view shot, as the name suggests, makes the viewer see everything as subjectively as the character sees them. Vloggers often use a POV shot to make the viewer see a particular location or space through their eyes. A POV shot is often clubbed with an editing technique called shot reverse shot, where we switch back and forth from the point of view of the subject A to B. Whew! That was a lot to take, and that's why we'll be dropping in timestamps in the comments below so that you can have a quick recap and have a look at any shot that you would want to use for your videos. Not just that, but if you have questions with regards to anything that we've covered in this video today, make sure that you drop them in the comments below and we'll make sure that we answer every one of them. Last but not the least, if you found value in this video and want to learn more about video creation fundamentals and filmmaking, you would want to check out this playlist where we've covered other video fundamentals like cuts, transitions, and a lot more. This is Christine from InVideo, and I'll see you in the next one.